Well, Jan asked me occasionally to put in one that was a contribution from the internet for those people who have no guts to show up in person. Or actually, I think he's from Seattle, this guy. Lee Walkner.
Oh no, he was my playwright teacher. He's an SC.
Okay, a playwright teacher. You say it's a dying art, but now I'm doing my part. A limerick's not a poem. Shakespeare didn't know him, and most of us don't give a fart. All right, here we go on the sign-up list. Priscilla Benson.
Right here. I wrote it big so I can read it without my glasses.
You gotta get closer to the mic.
Okay, is that better?
You know what, I'll pick it back right there.
Is that better?
Yeah. Yes.
A hapless crook from Altadena found himself served with subpoena. His habits illicit had made it explicit that jail was his proper arena. A voyaging sperm was dejected, his overtures had been rejected. The guys with big tails seems to always prevail, proving size will get you selected. A canny young woman sought a spouse. Her test to avoid choosing a louse. She required her gents, be they astute or dense, to buy her a beer at the ale house.
Priscilla Benson, all right. Maybe I have to turn the highs down. Yeah. Apparently we have a little problem with the highs. By the way, we understand that Shakespeare was quite familiar with the limerick and wrote a few, but I didn't bring any. We have on our program Isabel Storey. Isabel, please come up. Another very good friend of mine.
We're going to try technology here. Oh, it works. So
next year we'll have a teleprompter.
it is. It's like a teleprompter. I had some printed and some were on my computer, so we're doing it like this. So I'm kind of an accidental limericks. Limerist? Limerist. Not like some of our veterans here that started with just a little fun, but I just thought it was a little fun on Facebook. Like, I'm having a little party with some limericks, and you wrote one. And I wrote one, a few people wrote them. I thought, a couple people like at Jan's house or something like that, and I wrote a few. I thought, this is really fun, I'm enjoying this. And they said, and it's the first annual Limerick Festival, and it's at the Ale House, and all this, so it kind of grew from those first little ones. But somehow I got kind of addicted, like, we all work hard, have these serious lives, and it became my little pastime on the side to write these, and so I very unexpectedly had some fun with these for a while. So here are some that just somehow sprang out of nowhere. There was a young man from Des Moines who had quite a pain in his groin. It started to itch, like a son of a bitch. In the end, he had left just one loin. There was a young lady named Alice who lived in a sumptuous palace. She surveyed the men who entered her ken, but among them, poor girl, not one phallus. I don't know why limericks have to be dirty, but somehow that part of your mind that makes those rhymes is a dirty part. Or it's completely silly or outrageous. It's making some hidden part of the unconscious that, is linked to limericks. There was a young girl from the city who was so exceedingly pretty that all of the boys tried to lure her with toys. But she shunned them all. Oh, what a pity. Here's another one about a girl. There was a girl so conceited that to win points, she constantly cheated. She spread lies on the phone, sabotaged her friend Joan. Now she's queen, but alone, undefeated. A limerick with a moral. There once was a woman named Hilda who couldn't find a job to fulfill her. She tried to gain clout, but all was struck out, so she wed and became a bridezilla. Okay, and some have animals. No, that didn't come out right. No, not what you're thinking. There once was a beautiful zebra that escaped from a pen in Ariba. It soon found a stall that was so very small that to fit it became an amoeba. All right, now we go to the ones that were on my computer. There was an air traffic controller who was also a Vegas high roller. When rich, he'd fly high. When poor, he did cry. I call him a controller bipolar. There once was a lady named Nancy who loved to wear dresses so fancy. When she tried to relax, she resolved to wear slacks. Now she's known as the gal Fancy Pansy. Okay, now this one is about Myrtle. Oh, and there is Muffy, the wife of Jan, the host of our event. Yay, there once was a woman named Myrtle who loved to watch milk products curdle. She ate all cottage cheese. It was like a disease. Finally, she had to buy a new girdle. And just a few more. There once was a man named D'Artagnan who needed a loving companion. But the woman he saw had one giant flaw. Her rear was big as the Grand Canyon. All right, here's from another part of the world. There was a young lady from Cairo who was so incredibly pyro. She burned up her bra. But that's all I saw. And what happened then? Hell if I know. All right, and here the last one. I once knew some ladies who lunch. They also like breakfast and brunch. They found a raw diet, decided to try it. Now they crunch when they munch this lunch bunch.
Isabel Storey, all right.